Hello YouTube, this is MR1079 coming at you with another World of Warship video, and today we're taking a look at the new campaign ship for this update, this 4th of July update I guess you could say. The last of the Iowa class battleships, USS Wisconsin Big Whiskey, or as other people know that she has a very bad temper. And I'm joined today by my buddy Driven. Say hello, Driven.
Yeah, you.
It's been a while, but I thought, why not? And if you've already seen the teaser, which at this point maybe you should, he's already called me a wallet warrior, a cheater, and yada yada. Haven't you? But let's get a close in look at her. That glorious number 64 on her, and she's got nothing but AA guns everywhere. Bristling all over her decks and everything. Her own personal flag and everything. Backside, it's there, her name on the back. Pretty much a nice looking Iowa battleship. And she is also my 300th ship, even though that says 301. Also thanks to getting her the faster way, I have also now gotten the German legendary cruiser Hamburg, which that will be its own video, but since it is trying to be patriotic and everything, we are going to take a look at, of course, the American ship first.
Did you want me to buy Iowa?
You don't have to, you can play with it. You can play with any ship you want, just know it's going to have to be a tier 7 since this is a tier 8.
Okay.
The dates and everything, and with how I have it, the commander and everything, not that bad at 33.3 seconds, which maybe for this build I'll forego the armor, and actually I'll let you pause the video there and read that bio if you so wish. Yes, the commander I usually have is this, to where it has the traversing and reloading time alongside more extra armor, which, let's see, she has a good bit of armor there already, but I'm actually going to do the other thing. I'm going to keep the base stats here the same pretty much, but I am going to change her for this build, and the inspiration and everything. This run actually don't do much. Actually no. That already, let me see how much the build has already helped her with her reloading, since they said, oh, reloading a lot. 34 still a lot. But of course now we add him. And where is the other one? Ah, there we go. Now let us see. 31.6 seconds. About, let's see, one of her sister ships like Missouri here. 27.6. So pretty damn close. So probably for now, unless you have any other suggestions, let me know. This is the build I'm going to run for her. The traversing's probably good and all that. It's just maybe get this to help out a little bit better. But I am rambling, so let us go off into battle, shall we?
Sorry, I gotta get my ship.
Don't worry, Driven. Which this was how it says there. One out of the 5 battleships. Maybe I will one day be able to do a video where we have all 4 Iowa-class battleships. Which to me would be a cool damn video or live stream or whatever. But this history, and I would say this, she is the third battleship, actually, the third Iowa-class battleship to have reached the active duty, because delays on Missouri actually made Missouri the last commissioned Iowa-class battleship, and Wisconsin only the second to last one to be completed in her entirety. It's a nice little fact there, and as you've read, she also has one of her sister ships, bow, so technically this is what Wisconsin with a little Kentucky put into her, since her bow is the bow of the unfinished battleship Kentucky, since she ran aground for the second time, and they just replaced it within 16 days. So that's neat to have technically 5 Iowa battleships around. In other things, Wisconsin here has also survived 2 typhoons while she was in the Pacific in World War II. She had pretty much made it out of World War II completely unscathed. No kamikaze ever hit her, no ships ever hit her, nothing, which by the time she made it, pardon me, no Japanese surface fleet was really left to contest the Iowas, and plus they were scared of them anyways, so they stayed back.
I need intelligence data.
And there's also fireworks going off.
Enemy battleship detected.
Yeah. So I guess I'll apologize in advance for the fireworks. But I also hope you have a happy 4th of July and everything. This is at the time of this recording. This is the day after the 4th of July, which I haven't done in a while, but this video may come out before its thumbnail does, because I want to give you guys this ship. It's my 300th ship. It's the final Iowa in my collection, and this journal was that oh my god to a ship that you hit, or an oh my god that I have 300 ships.
The 300 ships.
Yes, I am basically on par with the Royal Navy at the end of World War II, almost. Well, I'm actually bigger. No, not World War II. World War One. The beginning, at least. I am definitely bigger than the Kaiserliche Marine of World War One. But yes, she survived World War II. She did bombardment like all the other old battleships, new battleships. She escorted the convoys with, when I mean convoys as in the aircraft carrier convoys. Shot them all up, destroying them. And the first typhoon she was in, little damage, nothing to be scared about, no one was hurt or nothing. They lost 3 tin cans, was almost all hands though. Went in again months later, bombard Okinawa. Could have been going after the Operation Tengo, which is the operation for going after Yamato, but they decided let's just bombard with over 300 aircraft from like 7 carriers, something like that. So they did. So pretty much not that much of a World War II career, sadly. Yeah, she bombarded. She came in a couple days after Missouri had
The ship is
left
on fire.
with with the surrender treaty under her belt. Magic carpet, taking the troops home for POWs home and everything, occupying the waters. And then she was decommissioned for the first time, and then she was brought back for Korea, where she bombarded the Korean peninsula, pretty much whatever the North Korean forces were and Chinese forces or whatever. And then, well, I'll just pause it there until we're back in battle. Let's see. There's another one. What's this? She also has a alternate skin, which is a skin that is customized for her looking like one of the old 1800s Great White Fleet scenario. Which, for now standard, I shall have her as such. And we'll take a quick little overlapsing look around her, and she does not look half bad. I actually do like her nameplate, how it is now, is that all that fancy bit. So I might alternate her from her Great White Fleet skin to her standard skin in every now and again. And I'll get Driven's opinion on what he thinks of her once we get in. Let's see, where are you? Oh, there you are, Driven. What do you think?
Fine. I can't zoom in, so it's kind of
Go into, like,
hard.
I guess first person technically for you, and then you can zoom in.
Okay, I got you. Oh, very fancy.
Going old
What's
school.
this? Got a skin on it?
Yep, this is the Grand White Fleet skin. Back when basically everyone's like, "Ooh, you have to pick a color for your nation," and well, we picked white because there was no other colors really.
That's nice.
Yes, but yes, as I was saying before, I paused to see how we did against the AI, which is usually always good unless you get cornered. Korea, where her first and only time ever getting hit in her career happened. She was struck by a North Korean, about, I think, like 5-inch shell, something like that, where it made a little decent hole in the deck. And that pissed off the captain of the ship,
Yep.
to where he decided to bring all guns to bear and fired exactly where that shell came from and deleted the enemy as such.
And the mountain. We forgot that part.
Yes, the cartographers of Korea had to go back and change the map after Wisconsin here did what she had to do for her first and only blemish of not ever being hit. Which then another ship in her area that saw the entire thing transmitted to her, temper, temper. Which that is where, if you have seen like my previous little short that I did, where wearing the fat electrician Wisconsin shirt, that is where the saying temper temper comes from.
Problem solved, sir.
Makes perfect sense.
However, sadly, I do not know where Big Whiskey came from, sadly. I wish I knew where that nickname came from.
For Wisconsin?
Yes. I know Iowa's Big is nicknamed the Big Stick because it's probably the play on words of what Teddy Roosevelt said. What the? I'm trying to now drawing a blank. Speak softly, carry a big stick. So that's where that comes from. So probably Missouri, Big Mighty Mo, New Jersey, the Black Dragon, Wisconsin. I don't know why. Sadly, she has the nickname all of Big Whiskey. If maybe because Kentucky whiskey, maybe a Captain Light whiskey or something. I have no idea. If anyone knows why, I would like to actually know because I only looked up her history and her history of her nickname sadly did not come up of besides just the thing of her being a tempered ship. And then after that, of course, she went into mothballs. She missed the Vietnam War. And she had an electrical fire to where she was in bad material condition when they brought her back after that. But she got her upgrades, and then she was about the best looking one after that. And then, of course, she went over to the Middle East, which I know that's a touchy subject for nowadays people. I'm talking the past Middle East, back when the terrorists weren't really a thing. It was like Saddam Hussein and all that stuff that we were fighting against and everything. Actual military combatants. But she went around since she has her guns have a maximum range of 24 miles, well within range of everything that she needed to hit. She shot up a bunch of personnel and all that, much like she did in North Korea. I guess now we have to watch her sink, sadly. But while she sinks, I will finish up the history of her. Where she actually launched in... in Korea, she also hit units and a tank. Overkill on that one. But when she was over there in the Middle East, firing against Iraqi forces and all that, they had drones, since by then they got rid of her spotting aircraft and her catapults and all that. And then she was well out of sight, well beyond what they could see. And they pretty much made her drones strafe the enemy that they were going to bombard. They had previously seen what Missouri had done earlier, and Wisconsin's drone had people surrender to her because they knew what was coming next. So it is assumed that either Iowa or Wisconsin is the last ever 16-inch shell gunfire ever in history. I think people say that Missouri was the last one, but who knows? It could be Wisconsin, it could be Missouri. Let me know who you think it was, because I've seen the Missouri video on the World Warships YouTube page. And I have now seen also Drakenifil's thing where he said that Wisconsin was probably the last one. So, who knows? Let me know your thoughts on that one. But that is pretty much it for that. So, I will say, much like probably a lot of people have said, I don't want to tell you how to spend your money, but if you're like me, that has these ships, and you like completing a set, like with sister ships and everything, like, getting New York and Texas, getting the Colorado class of California, and Tennessee, or Colorado and West Virginia, which I want to get. I will try and get the West Virginia 44 version of her, or Iowa, or Yamato Mikasa. I mean Mutsu. I highly recommend if you have Iowa, Missouri, and the Azure Lane, New Jersey, which does count as her, even though eventually they might give her something else, or it'd be fun if one of the Warships Legends gives you as a skin that you can buy, and it's like, oh, here's her in her black dragon form, and here she is with her numbers on her side or something, which I think she does when you don't have the Azure Lane skin. So yeah, if you have one or all of them, if you have all three of them, I highly recommend. Try your best to get her. You don't have to do as I did, to where you just spend this much money, which was I had some already from a previous time, and I just added on to it to get her. But yes, I do highly recommend if you have them all, and you're only either waiting for, say, the steel to get Missouri, or you're waiting for the Azure Lane ships to come back again to get New Jersey. If that's the case, I highly recommend getting Wisconsin. Like I said, as a completionist myself, I would not forgive myself if I did not jump on this opportunity to complete the Iowas. They're all here now. All the sisters are together. Much like I'm pretty sure Driven would be jumping around, rubbing in my face, since he usually is a lucky bastard, which he says I jinxed him last year to not get any ships.
He did. Against me. Big time.
Yes, I said he would get all the hybrid ship, probably one or two, or maybe all the hybrid battleships from last year, and I winded up getting two of them. He winded up getting none and pissed off at me.
Because you kept saying,
Well, you were lucky the last time, the last update, that before that one. And as I was saying, be like Driven here with Resolute, opening up one of those Christmas crates and him getting Jean d'Arc. He would have both Resolute class battleships, which to him he would actually have a broken damn ship. Because I have fought against Resolute, or Jean d'Arc. Battleships, cruisers, heavy cruisers, light cruisers, and aircraft carriers. I hate that ship. I hate fighting against her. I my best to stay away from that one.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
hey,
Yep, to the right. Oh, you're fighting against a Wisconsin driven. And it just...
well, I ain't feeling very good because I'm hurting.
I did not see, actually, that's one. Oh, there's two of them on the enemy side. Yeah.
Yeah.
All stations retreat.
In this, I'm not 100% sure now, since I didn't want to get spoiled of the characteristics of Wisconsin and everything. I'm gonna see why other people have the theory of they up-tiered her from tier 7s to tier 8s. They know she's supposed to be a sniping ship, from what I heard from the trailers and all that. She's got the standard build of regular Iowas, about 17 kilometers, unless you have, like, how I have it for Battleship New Jersey, that has 20 kilometers. But yeah. What? I'm tired. I apologize. I'm sorry for the rambling on, but since Driven was still alive, I thought if I could think of anything else for her, or just bring up some key little notes like that, like I said,
You better not leave me, you stick ship.
I need your support.
don't if you don't have the money, there's still plenty of Iowas out there that you can get for free or not that big of a grind, like Missouri, get Iowa standard, maybe get lucky out of a crate and you get Battleship New Jersey. Or come Christmas, you get lucky and you get Wisconsin or something.
Come on, hit this dude.
Oh, Puerto Rico, the other Alaska class cruiser. Well, a kind of Alaska class cruiser. She has one more 12-inch turret. Driven right in front of you. Shoot, shoot, shoot!
Wow.
There,
Sliver of help.
you show her temper now. In this, I will say this. It was either bad luck on my part because it's me trying to do a nice little video with Wisconsin, or it's because I have driven and I'm recording and now that he is the star of this video. Because usually it's he dies first, and or I die,
Boo.
and then one of us are not far apart from one another.
Dr. Sad, don't be doing that.
That it is true. If one of us dies, the other one's not that far behind of dying.
What's the metal I got? What's that?
Not sure. Thinking up again. But yes, good game.
Good game.
I absolutely am satisfied and nothing out of the ordinary for her. I'm gonna have to buy her upgrades to make like her accuracy for her guns and everything with the dispersion and all that. And we'll see where I go from there. Was like maybe reload faster. I might just forego that. It's like 31 seconds. That's not that bad. But I want to thank y'all for watching. Please like and subscribe. At the moment, at this time, I am 1 subscriber away from 400. So come on, people. As a 4th of July, I guess, present or something, let's blow up to 400. I know we can do it. We're right there. And also this, now that I think of it, before I end, let me know in the comments, which out of the 4 Iowa classes is your favorite? It can be because that's the state you live in, and you love your home state ship, much like Driven loves his home state battleship, which that is a video coming out soon between the battleships of the states to fight. So look forward to that whenever it comes out. Or which one is your favorite in the game? Yeah. You can give, the 3 reasons. Historically, which one is your favorite? She only has 14 years of actual active service, unlike the other ones that have 25, which is about standard for ships of the day. Which one is your favorite in the game thus far? Or which one is just your favorite in general? Let me know. And as always, I hope you'll have a great rest of your day, and I shall catch you in the next one. See ya.
Bye bye.